Ever wondered why political stability is so crucial? Well, let's dive right into it. Political stability is the bedrock upon which societies are built. It's the glue that holds the diverse elements of a nation together, creating an environment conducive for growth, prosperity, and peace. Think of political stability as the foundation of a house. Without a sturdy base, the house is vulnerable to collapse. Similarly, a country without a stable political system is prone to chaos and disorder. It's like a ship without a rudder, adrift and susceptible to the stormy waves of social unrest, economic downturn, and overall societal degradation. Political stability provides the framework for law and order, ensuring the safety of citizens and the enforcement of rights. It's the assurance that tomorrow will not be drastically different from today, that the rules of the game won't change overnight. This predictability is essential for individuals and businesses to plan for the future, invest in projects, and contribute to economic growth. It's also the vehicle through which public services are delivered. A stable political system ensures that essential services such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure are provided consistently, benefiting society as a whole. Without this stability, these services might be interrupted, leading to societal dissatisfaction and potential unrest. Moreover, political stability fosters social harmony. It allows for peaceful resolution of conflicts, encouraging dialogue and compromise over violence and aggression. It promotes unity amidst diversity, enabling different groups to coexist and contribute to the common good. But let's not forget, political stability is not about maintaining the status quo for the sake of it. It's about preserving what works, improving what doesn't, and innovating for the future. It's a dynamic process, one that requires constant vigilance and active participation from all members of society. So let's reflect on that for a moment. The importance of political stability is not just about politics. It's about our daily lives, our dreams for the future, and our collective well-being. Without political stability, the very fabric of society risks unraveling. But political stability is not a universal reality. The world is a vast tapestry of nations, each with its own unique political climate. Some enjoy the fruits of stability, while others grapple with the turmoil of instability. Let's take a look at countries like the United States, Switzerland, and Singapore, nations that have firmly established political institutions. In the United States, the Constitution has served as a steadfast bulwark for over 2 centuries, ensuring smooth transitions of power and public trust in the system. Switzerland's political stability is bolstered by its unique system of direct democracy, where citizens actively participate in decision-making. And then we have Singapore, a country that has maintained a single-party dominance since its independence, fostering economic growth and societal harmony. But what happens when political stability is absent? Let's turn our gaze to Venezuela, Yemen, and Sudan. These countries are currently wrestling with political instability, and the consequences are far-reaching. Venezuela, once one of Latin America's most prosperous nations, now grapples with economic ruin and social unrest due to political mismanagement. Yemen, on the other hand, is caught in a devastating civil war, fueled by political instability, leading to one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. And then there's Sudan, where political instability has resulted in civil unrest, economic hardship, and a general state of uncertainty. The impact of political stability, or the lack thereof, on societies is immense. Stable political institutions promote economic growth, societal harmony, and trust in the system. They provide a predictable environment where businesses can thrive and people can plan their lives. On the contrary, political instability breeds economic decline, societal discord, and a general state of uncertainty. It disrupts the normal functioning of society and hinders the prospects for growth and development. The disparities are stark, aren't they? The contrast between the fortunes of countries with political stability and those grappling with instability highlights the critical importance of stable political institutions. It's a tale of 2 worlds, one of progress and prosperity, the other of decline and despair. From a conservative viewpoint, political stability takes on an even greater significance. It's almost like the heartbeat of a society, the steady rhythm that allows for growth, progress, and the preservation of shared values. Conservatives place a high emphasis on law and order. This is not simply about maintaining peace or preventing crime, though these are undeniably important. Rather, it's about upholding a system where everyone knows the rules and can trust that they will be applied fairly and consistently. In this environment, individuals and businesses can plan for the future, invest with confidence, and contribute to the common good. Respect for institutions is another cornerstone of conservative thought. These enduring structures, whether they are governmental bodies, courts, or educational establishments, are the repositories of collective wisdom and experience. They provide continuity, a sense of identity, and a framework for decision-making. In a world that's always changing, these institutions are like the North Star, providing a fixed point of reference. And then there's the conservative preference for gradual, considered change. This doesn't mean resisting progress or clinging to the past. On the contrary, it's about ensuring that changes are thoughtfully planned and implemented, that they build on what works and improve what doesn't. It's about evolution rather than revolution, about taking one step at a time and making sure it's in the right direction. All these values, law and order, respect for institutions, and gradual change, align perfectly with political stability. They create an environment where change is manageable, where institutions are respected and maintained, and where the rule of law is upheld. They provide a solid foundation, a stable platform from which society can move forward. For conservatives, political stability is not just desirable, but essential. It's the bedrock upon which all else is built. The framework that allows for individual freedom and collective progress. It's the key to a prosperous, peaceful, and just society. Let's delve into the consequences of political instability. It's a topic that we can't afford to ignore because the fallout is far-reaching and profound. So, what happens when the political structure of a country becomes unstable? One of the most immediate and visible consequences is civil unrest. When there's a power vacuum, or when the government fails to meet the needs of its citizens, protests and riots often follow. For instance, we've seen this play out in places like Libya and Syria, where political instability has led to long-lasting civil wars with devastating effects on their societies. Alongside civil unrest, political instability can also trigger economic decline. When a country's political environment is unpredictable, it discourages both local and foreign investment. Businesses can't thrive in an uncertain environment. This in turn leads to job losses and an increase in poverty levels. A prime example of this would be Venezuela, where political instability has led to severe economic crisis, hyperinflation, and food shortages. Another significant consequence of political instability is the violation of human rights. When political institutions are unstable, they often resort to oppressive tactics to maintain control. This can lead to censorship, unlawful detention, and even violence against citizens. Countries like North Korea and Iran provide stark examples of how political instability can lead to human rights abuses. And let's not forget about the impact on a country's international standing. Political instability can isolate a country, lead to international sanctions, and damage its reputation. This can have long-term effects on a country's ability to engage in global trade and diplomacy. In short, the ripple effects of political instability are far-reaching and severe. From civil unrest to economic decline, from human rights violations to a loss of international standing, the consequences are dire. The cost of political instability is high, and it's a price no society should have to pay. So, how can we ensure political stability? The answer lies in the strength of our institutions, the rule of law, transparency, and active citizen participation. Our institutions are the backbone of stability. They are the structures that uphold our societal norms, mediate our conflicts, and facilitate our collective progress. It's important that these institutions are robust and resilient, able to withstand the pressures of changing political climates, and remain impartial in the face of societal divisions. The rule of law is another critical pillar. It ensures that everyone from the highest office to the average citizen is held accountable to the same standards. No one is above the law, and no one is beneath its protection. It's this principle that ensures justice is dispensed fairly, maintaining public trust, and preventing the rise of authoritarianism. Transparency, too, is vital. It's about making sure that those in power are open and honest about their actions. This fosters trust and prevents corruption, as it ensures that the public can hold their leaders accountable. But perhaps the most crucial element of all is active citizen participation. This is the beating heart of a stable political system. It's about more than just casting a vote every few years. It's about staying informed, engaging in respectful debate, standing up for what you believe in, and, when necessary, holding those in power to account. Now you might be wondering, what is the role of conservatives in preserving political stability? Well, conservatives play an essential part in this. They value tradition and order, and they understand the importance of maintaining a stable and functioning society. They act as a counterbalance, ensuring that change, when it happens, is incremental and carefully considered. This helps prevent radical shifts that could lead to instability. In conclusion, preserving political stability is not the sole responsibility of one group or another. It's a collective responsibility. We all have a part to play, no matter our political leaning. Because at the end of the day, political stability is not just about maintaining order. It's about ensuring that our society can continue to grow and thrive. Political stability is a collective responsibility. Together we can and should uphold it.